Have you ever wondered about intermittent fasting, how to use it, what it really does? I'm going to show you the basics of all of that today. I'm going to go over 5 different things that are going to help you, specific benefits to intermittent fasting, and then also I'm going to talk about the 5 ways you can utilize it. If you're a beginner, intermediate, and even if you're advanced, this is going to be helpful. But if you're a beginner, this is for sure going to be helpful. I'll give you some really helpful information about intermittent fasting. The first thing that intermittent fasting is going to help you with is body fat loss. It's also going to give you more energy. I know it sounds counterproductive. You're not getting as much food, but it will give you more energy. And the third thing you really want to pay attention to is do it slowly. Meaning, if you've never done intermittent fasting before, try it slowly. Don't just jump into it. Try it slowly. And I'll give you a couple different strategies for that. But watch this video, and it's going to help you learn how to get an intermittent fasting. And if you're already doing it, it's going to give you more options as well. First thing you want to pay attention to is insulin sensitivity. Insulin sensitivity is how your body responds to insulin, which is basically blood sugar. Insulin sensitivity is massively important for lean body overall. The more lean muscle you have, the higher your insulin sensitivity is going to be. So having leaner muscle, having a leaner body with muscle on it is actually going to help you. So you kind of want to get over that curve, meaning that if you're at like 40% body fat or higher, the goal is to first get as low as you can so you can have more lean body mass. That's going to help you jack up that insulin level sensitivity. One of the first benefits to having high levels of insulin sensitivity is being able to process sugar effectively, meaning your body won't store as much sugar. It won't turn as much glucose into fat if you have higher levels of insulin sensitivity. And another really cool thing is you don't have to freak out as much about cheat meals. So if you have cheat meals and you have a higher level of insulin sensitivity, you won't put on as much body fat from that specific meal. So it's a little bonus. The opposite of insulin sensitivity is insulin resistant. This is not good. This is when your muscles, your liver cannot process glucose as well. And so that is a problem because what it means is your body will store all that extra sugar that it gets, or any extra sugar, depending on how insulin resistant you are. Your body will put on extra body fat if you have a high level of insulin resistance. The really cool thing about intermittent fasting is it helps with insulin sensitivity. So the trick is to be able to do this enough when you starve your body for a certain amount of time. What it does is it forces your body through a bunch of chemical processes to become more insulin sensitive. That's one of the best benefits, the greatest benefit for intermittent fast. What that means is that once the higher your insulin sensitivity is, easier it is to stay lean. The more insulin resistant you are, the more you go towards diabetic, right? The more insulin resistant you are, the more you'll go towards diabetes and stuff like that. And that's not good. And then obviously there's a lot of other health complications there. So the goal is to, if you're going to use intermittent fasting, use it to increase your insulin sensitivity. Now, can you get it checked? Yes, you can absolutely get your insulin sensitivity checked. There's 2 ways to do this: the fasting plasma glucose test or the A1C test. So you can get this tested if you really want to do it. There's plenty of studies out there that show growth hormone levels naturally are shot up when you do intermittent fasting. That's one of the greatest things, the coolest things about if you're trying to be lean and strong, jack that growth hormone level up naturally through intermittent fasting. Growth hormone is going to help you stay leaner, stay younger, help skin elasticity, all sorts of different stuff. But it's crucial that you maintain a resistance training. Go to the gym and lift. Lift at least 3 days a week. If you're doing intermittent fasting, get at least 3 days of the week of the gym. And you know, of all my other videos, the more you lift, the better you get. So 4, 5, or 6 days a week is awesome. But you don't have to do that much. The key is that if you're intermittent fasting and you're hungry, just go to the gym. And here's the third thing that I was going to talk about: energy levels. It's crazy. If you've never done intermittent fasting, try it and see how you feel. But the key is that you will have more energy as you do intermittent fasting correctly. Your body will have higher growth hormone levels and you will have more energy. All right, the final benefit for intermittent fasting is visceral body fat. Body fat around the organs, the liver, all of the inside innards basically. So that's the hardest body fat to get rid of. But intermittent fasting helps target that body fat. The less visceral body fat you have, the longer you live. It's a longevity thing. This is where intermittent fasting really helps with longevity. All right, there's 5 strategies for intermittent fasting that I'm going to go over right now. The first one I'm going to go over is 16-8. This is where you fast for 16 hours and eat for 8. The point is if you've never done this before, start slow. All right, the second one I'm talking about is 5-2. That's eating for 5 days, fasting for 2 days. This is a little bit more intense. This is 5-2. There's also a third one that you can do, which is fasting once a week, just 1 day a week. That's a 24-hour one. So you just fast for 24 hours. Try the first thing to try, if you're going to do it, the 16-8, you've got the 1 day a week, and then you can try 2 days a week as well. All right, there's a little hack you can do too. If you cannot do it or don't want to try it all, just not eating it all 1 day, try 500 to 600 calories for that day you're not eating. First try that, see how you feel. If you're a little hesitant about it, 500, 600 calories, And then maybe the next week or the week after that, if you're doing the missing 1 day a week food or missing 2 days, 5-2, try the 500, 600, and then the next week or the week after that or a month later, whatever, try not eating it at all. Now I'm gonna go over the next one, which is gonna be the 12-hour fast. So that just means you don't eat for 12 hours. Mornings it's gonna be the best, so 12 hours in the day. Try not to eat for the first 12 hours and then eat at night, or you can switch it around. It really depends on how you feel and what your energy levels are. But that's another strategy that you can utilize for intermittent fasting. For advanced version of intermittent fasting, you can do alternating days. 1 day eat, 1 day off. 1 day eat, 1 day off. But again, go back to the safety thing, 500, 600 calories. If you're not feeling really good, then you'll be fine as long as you ease into this process. Okay, there's 2 hacks you can use. One of the hack is gonna be really effective. The second one, it is effective, but it depends on how much you like coffee. The second hack is coffee. You can drink coffee if you want, if you really absolutely need it. I love coffees. When I intermittent fast, I use coffee. It's not gonna hurt you, especially if you take tyrosine with it. So if you take your coffee with your tyrosine, blend those together like you're drinking your coffee, take a tyrosine, it's a natural amino acid, your body will not plummet after you have your coffee if you take your tyrosine. The first hack though is really, really important. Salt, real salt with iodine if you can get it, not the fake white table salt. And Himalayan salt's good, but there's a lot of stuff inside there you gotta really check. But if you get 100% natural salt, that's gonna be your best bet. If you're really, really, really hungry, if you take real salt, natural salt, not a ton of it, but just a little bit of in your hand, like, and take it in there, you'll be good. That's a little hack that's gonna help you fight those hunger pains if you're struggling with those a lot. Salt really, really helps. All right, there you have it. Intermittent fasting, the basics. So just try that if you want to. I give you all the list of those, 5 of them you can try, see how you feel. And you can do these if you're doing the full day of fasting. Start with 500 to 600 calories a day and then work from there and try to cut out all the food if you can. Again, coffee or salt, those are gonna help. But either way, give it a shot, see how you feel. Your body's gonna really thank you for it. Thanks so much for watching. I got another video right here for you. It's about supplements and all sorts of cool stuff. So thanks so much. Hit the like button, subscribe, that'd be awesome. I make these videos, honestly, it's a lot of work. It's like 30, 40 hours per video. So I hope you like it, and I hope you subscribe because that really, really helps me out and helps me stay motivated, to be honest. So thanks so much. Peace.